Hello everyone, you are watching Fight Night 196 live here from the Lancers Arena in Cologne, Germany. How are you feeling? I'm good. This is going to be the latest episode of Fight Night. And we're going to kickstart tonight's action. With something good, with something great. We're going to kickstart off tonight with the first Jump of Faith qualifier of the evening. And the following match is scheduled for 1-4 and is a triple threat single fall matchup. The first three of tonight will be featured in a debutante's triple threat, so that's going to be fun. And the first I'm going to have to introduce to you, which is new from Tokyo, Japan. It's Cody Yamammoto. Grew up in a two-parent home with his younger brother Bryce. Also a professional wrestler, Bryce Yamammoto. They watch wrestling all over the world. They had a passion early on, both wrestling in high school and college, and now they've been professionally wrestling a little over 2 years, trying to get a name for themselves. Maybe Bryce will also sign a good contract, but for now we're gonna get things done. Let's see what Cody Yamammoto can do here tonight. I expect great things. I've seen a lot of great things about him around the Twitterverse. So let's see if that proves well his worth here tonight. Let's go meet the opponents. All three, well, not debutants. One of them is returning actually. I think you'll get to know him from a couple of years back. Oh, it is working. Good to know. And Cody Yamammoto is taking his time, and that's deservedly so. You want to get your name out first. Take advantage of every second of camera time can get to impress. Let's see if relentless Cody Yamammoto, at least he has relentless across his face, can go that far as to winning this first matchup. But from Ayrshire, Scotland, it's Alistair Knight. He was born in Scotland. He spent his time doing cross-country, locally and nationally. Yeah, was outshone by his younger brother, led him to a dark path, part of a self-doubt. And then he went to the gym 7 times a week, which is quite a lot. But now he's here, and he's going to try and vie to get a first victory under his belt here in the RFPW radar. Let's see if that's going to be something that we could look forward to as well. I think we can be set for many great things in the upcoming time, because next week we'll face Fight Night 197. After that we will see the second pay-per-view of the year, Jump of Faith, of which is a qualifier, a 6-man ladder match for a future European Championship matchup against the champion of, well, whoever it's going to be after Jump of Faith. After that, we'll have the Wrestling Grand Prix of the Benelux, and after that, June 16th already, we will have a combined show with Emergence Independent Wrestling. EIW, also part of the Azure Sky Sports Network, which you also find HPW, VWA, PWN, SHW, TWA and EIW. And this man you know, from Brooklyn, New York, making his return to RFPW, it's Justin Sane. Hard-nosed veteran, trained by Barnett Brain Hannon. He's now on the back end of his career, but he's still got something to improve in, which is why he came back to RFPW. Looking for a good time, but also trying to get something done, some accomplishments in. Gonna look forward how that's gonna amp up here tonight. That's a cool radar. Let's see what we can do. Cody Yamammoto, Alistair Knight, Justin Sane. Oh, good one. Wow. That is painful. And look at that. What a backstabber by Alistair Knight. I think you can look forward to many great things here. Oh, look at that. Cody Yamammoto. Oh, goodness. Jesus Christ. Well, that's something. Holy Moses. How is Yamammoto still standing after that? And Alistair Knight jumped out of the ring. Just insane now on the apron. Gotta take a look. And where we go from here, he's also busted open. Crikey, it's going to all hell here. Looks like it. But that's just the way we like it. Let's just say it like it is. I think you couldn't find any other good start to this night with a Jump of Faith qualifier. So basically, the winner of this match goes on to Jump of Fate straight away. What happened to the other two? Guess I have to find that out by merit. Let's see where it goes from there and act. Alistair Knight now with a lovely clothesline. Cannot be too unhappy about what's going on here. Oh, goodness. Thought I was going for a chop, but it didn't work out. Went for a full-on punch. And lands it to the ropes, courtesy of just insane. Well, at least he's happy to have a good start. And as of tonight, we'll be keeping an eye out for viewership once again for those on roster. So keep your eyes focused and keep watching the shows. Oh, lovely by just insane. I didn't know what Cody Yamammoto was doing. He was trying to pull some air punches. That didn't land. But what did land is his face first in the canvas. Ouch. 1, 2. And that is it. Just insane. Picks up the victory. Welcome back. And that is one of the best starter returns you could have, just straight away. Works it out, wins a triple threat, moves on to Jump of Faith, and a good start for his return in RFPW. What more could you want? I don't think you could want more than that. Oh, but look at that, he's happy, and I can understand that. But we have to move on because there's so much more coming your way here tonight. And we're going to move on with a singles matchup. And introducing first in that from British Columbia, Canada, it's Jackson. Oh! The former European champion is up for some redemption because it's not been going his way. Well, you could say it had been going well up until Crossroads, where he got the opportunity. Didn't work out for him, so now it's back to the end of the line. The good news for Jackson is he's third in the order merit, so that gives him some leverage, at least to qualify for the Wrestling Grand Prix of the Benelux. So he's catching up. And that is good for him. It's even higher than the IFA champion, Edward Jackson, right now. So let's see where we go on from there. If you want to know more about what the order merit is and all kinds of jazz, check out rfpwefed.weebly.com and you will get your information. At rfpwefed also our Twitter, and RFPW 2014 our YouTube channel, where you can watch all the shows since 2014. Jackson, of course, still disappointed with losing that European title to SKC. Still is the champion to date. And tonight he's got a tall opponent up against him. Let's see how he fares. He's the escaped criminal from Havana, Cuba. It's Hernandez, Quezo. Thank you also for one of our great partners in 7 Seas Network for just rating our Twitch channel, which always helps. Thank you very much. We're going in the right directions. And if you missed your live show and you're watching this on demand, make sure to leave a like, comment on what you thought of the show. If you were part of the show and on your match, and make sure to subscribe. Very important to do so that you can all see the very best of RFPW today. And also see how your career is going, as well as your friends, your enemies, and family, possibly. Hernandez Quezo is a big man, and I'm scared shitless of him when I meet him backstage. But other than that, he seems weird. I wanted to say nice, but it's just weird. Well, we're gonna have to find out what's coming up from there on out. For those also, we're up to 159 followers now on our Twitch channel. Let's get that boosted to 200 by the end of the year. Because there's more content coming your way. I promise you that. We're working on various stuff, including the Agile Sky Sports Network, where you can watch all our partners. I mentioned them earlier. NEO, WPBN, VWA, SHW, TWA, HPW, and us, of course. Look at Jackson Oak trying to scale the length. Oh no! Lovely suicide dive and takes Hernandez Quezo down. What a good start. You gotta love that, can you? How can you not? Like, there's not much you need to say. That's all you've got to do. It's lovely. Oh goodness! Hernandez Quezo getting a pummeling by the former European champion, and I had not expected that. But in all fairness, that's the way you want it to go from the get-go. Just to have a full piece of action from start to finish. And we have so much more to go, because later on in the main event, Edward Jackson, IFA champion, finally gets Dan Masters in the ring. No disqualification matchup. We have the Rebellion taking on Dutch Power, a fatal 4-way falls Canadian match, a Trinity Handicap match, an Extreme Rules match, and a Jumbo 5 qualifier still left to go. And a debutante in the women's division against Academy graduate Devony Jackee. Look at Quezo, that's a road break, of course. Left leg under ropes, road break, no count. That's the way we play here in our RFPW. Oh goodness, ouch. Lovely drop kick from the top rope. And Jackson O, because of that score straight away, mustn't look them out. Jesus. That is painful. I can understand that. Well, your winner, Jackson Oak. But don't forget, there's more coming your way. I told you, an Extreme Rules match. That is up next. And we continue on. And we do that with the man ranked number 20 on the order mirror from Houston, Texas. Drama. 2 matches so far this season. 2 losses. Might be able to night that the night is the night that he finally gets a victory under his belt. RFPW chance breaking down the crowd. Love you for that. Keep it up. Always welcome. And we always welcome your support. Because the more you support us, the more shows we can pour out. And we're doing this all with our entire staff for free. So if you want to support us, make sure to donate some bits on Twitch or just in general. That will help us at least fund our content that we create with all our equipment that's coming alongside it. So that means microphones, streaming, internet, gacha card, hardware, game, video editing, software, all that jazz comes together. And we band together as people for the love of what we do. And if you don't want to do that, make sure to check out our website where we regularly post content, just like interviews, like podcasts that we're going to do, listen into them, and the ad revenue will help us out as well, even if small. Go do that and help us out. Jig Drama's now in the ring. Jig Drama's ready for some drama in his Extreme Rules match, but his opponent, so is he. And he's a little bit higher ranked now. 1 match out of 4 won this season. The Brooklyn Demon, Marcus Jackson. Let's see if Jackson finally can find his footing. Because we all thought it would have been going faster in a fast track situation for Marcus Jackson. But how disappointing that turned out to be. And we know that he can do better. So, of course, don't forget, this roster so far, 22 ranked individuals. And there's some that are in the tag team division that don't even get a ranking. 13th is not bad. What I understand, if he wants to get to the top 10, that's all where you want to be. Because in that top 10, you might get a spot for the Wrestling Grand Prix of the Benelux. Which means additional prize money, additional World Championship points. Yeah, that might get you settled to become a real proper name, a Hazel name in RFPW. And taking a look at those standings now, the qualifiers would be SKC, Rig Black Curver, Jackson Oak, Edward Jackson, Cody Storm, Richard Everett, Nathan Ericson, Dallas, Thomas Peyper, and Hernandez Quezo. So it's time to step up because it's still close from, well, even P18 to position number 10. It's all still for grabs. Even position 9 could still be achieved. If you rack up 2 quick wins, the viewership is good. Anything can happen still in 2 weeks' time. It might just even be that we expand the Wrestling Grand Prix with more prize money, which we've already done this year. It all happens on what the advertisers are willing to pay us, pending our ratings. Look at Jig Drama. Oh my goodness, what a brain buster. This cannot be it. We saw this last week between Founder Jackson and Champion Charlie, because we have some injury provision on that, is that Founder Jackson is out for the inconceivable amount of time. That was painful. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. And for those watching live, thank you Cornelius85 for following us. But that means we're up to 160 followers. 160. Let's get to 200 before the end of the year. It should be possible. Marcus Jackson, only a 1 count. And you gotta step it up. You gotta keep up this pace. If you want to win this match, keep up the pace. That's been failing with Marcus Jackson, so with Jig Drama. Lovely suplex. And that's the way you should go. Keep it up. As long as you can set the pace and the bar high, that should be your key to victory. But look at Jig Drama now countering. Right around his kick. Hoist him up. And now we see that the fight will be breaking out. Where will be the weapons? The extreme rules. In effect, no disqualification, no count out. Could go anywhere. Are you hyped? If you have an idea who's going to win, let us know in the comment section of the Twitch chat. Even on YouTube, go do it. Let us know your voice be heard. And look at the punches landing on Marcus Jackson. Now that's going to be painful. And now the cover. 1. That was disappointing. Could have tried it. Nope, didn't work out. Unfortunate. But there's a stunner. Jiwon. Oh, Marcus Jackson with a counter. Who would have thought that to happen? I hadn't. Didn't expect it to be countered like that. Oh, was that a rip across the face? I couldn't tell. But there's Jiwon. Oh no. It's going back and forth. Does it even need weapon? Because this is proper beast-like. Holy Moses. Oh, smart strategy to just hook that leg. And therefore Marcus Jackson gets the victory. No weapons needed. This was strong style all over the place. Jeez. Also after tonight, returning on our very website, the vote. And by the vote means you will vote on your wrestler of the show, your match of the show, and what you thought of the show. Rule number 1, you cannot vote for yourself or your own match. Simple as that. If you do, you will get a penalty on your order merit. Marcus Jackson is your winner, and he can be quite happy with that one. How did he fare? Well, very well in this matchup. And that grants him the second victory of the season. And that also brings him closer to the top 10 and qualification for the Western Grand Prix in 3 weeks' time. But now we move on, because this has been a story developing at Crossroads. And therefore we have this handicap match tonight, courtesy of GM Just a Stone. It's a former multi-time tag champions, Errol Wolf and Kimberly Blight. Errol Wolf had a match against Caroline Barons of the Tees of Success at Crossroads. Was attacked later on that evening, just right after the match, by the 3 remaining Tees of Success. Kimberly Blight came out in the break, which we didn't see, but we saw that later on and fighting that last week, that she got attacked as well. And GM Just Stone says, that is enough. Let's just have a match and be done with it. But we all got to figure out if they're going to fight fair. So on behalf of the 3 Tees of Success, you're going to say Marine Hill, Shelly Legends, and before I forget, because they are with 3 people, Rachel Six Bailey. We're going to have to find out how that's going to be. Because I think definitely that if you take a look at what's been going on the last couple of weeks, these Tees of Success have come in and straight away have started dominating everywhere they should be in. Rightfully so, but still, I don't think that's what you want to have. And there's a lovely takedown by Kimberly Blight straight away. Former women's champion this season as well, before she lost to Veronica Vega. Oh yeah, she can be happy about the way that things started off. Would have loved to keep that women's title around her waist a little bit longer. It just didn't happen. Tag mate to Ariella Wolf, who was the initial victim of the teaser's success at Crossroads. Now the former women's tag team champions in action against these treaties of success. We also have the women's tag team championship still in the hands of Mercedes Ritchie and Lori Lopez. But we haven't seen them since, so we don't know what's going to happen with that. And look at a swing applied by Ariella Wolf. Ooh, that's a harsh swing. I don't think that you can be quite happy for the teaser's success. Because if you're with 4 women and you fail to make an impact, something's going on. It's the same with a lot of these people that have come in lately, really struggling against the veterans of RFPW. I've been here since 2015, 16, 14, since the very beginning. But now the tag mate to Shelly Legends. Can she provide a different insight for the teaser's success? Punch right into the face and we keep on going. Kimberly Blight rolling in agony. Doesn't bring her anywhere. Shelly Legends now with a big breaker. Lovely work there. Could they finally strike some gold here? No, not this far. Now Shelly Legends taunting. Or is the Caroline Barons? Because people, these are new people to us and they come in at 4 at a time, so we just have to learn. But it looks like Shelly Legends to me because they look quite a bit similar. I have to admit that. Ariella Wolf on the outside now. Kimberly Blight brawling now. Oh goodness. But Blight is not the legal tag team partner, so I don't know what she's doing, but she's going for the wrong woman. Not the smartest decision right here. As Ariella Wolf steps in now, which I get trying to attack Marine Hill, but backfires. She puts her in the ring, second account, does so. On the outside, Kimberly Blight still be attacked as the illegal partner. Let's hope we don't go to a count of victory. But it might happen if it stays away like it is. Oh, I don't know what happened there. She just pulled her on her shoulders and Ariella Wolf just completely destroying Marine Hill on the inside. 7 count now. And a counter now. I don't know if that's legal either, but the referee says you just have to get out of the ring. Backbreaker now. Very unusual here. And we go to the outside again. This cannot be good. Marine Hill trying to intervene here as well. Now Regis 6 Bailey has to endure it. Goodness, this handicap match turned in all places except the good ones. And now we're finally getting back into the ring. And we get to an end. Because this might go forever. And we don't have a time limit set for this match. So that just might happen. And Kimberly Blight now. The former multi-time women's champion. The women's champion of last season. Women's world champion, I should denote. Tag mate to Marine Hill. And Kimberly Blight now in. Oh, look at that. Lovely submission work there. Turns it round, but Ariella Wolf breaks it up. And I think that was the best decision you could have made. Oh, goes over the top rope. Marine Hill now with a cover, now Wolf breaks up again. Crying aloud, this is going all places. Except the good ones. Wolf over the top rope. Regis 6 Bailey standing by for the tag if needed by Marine Hill. But a counter now with a jawbuster by Kimberly Blight. Super kick right into the ropes. Kimber faction. Cover mate now. 1, 2, 3. Rachel 6. Bailey doesn't intervene. And AK22, Alias, Kimberly Bright and Ariel Wolf are your winners. That's the course they're taking. It might be the next one in for the women's tag team titles. Still in the hands of Richie and Lopez, nowhere to be seen. But a tease of success, they really provide some chaos there. But in that chaos, they were unable to profit from it and bring this match to a winning end. Unfortunate, but that's the way it is. Your winners, AK22. Don't go anywhere, we have so much more to go. Stay here. And up next, a fatal 4-way. Falls count anywhere match, and there's peculiar situations going on here that we need to get into. But Thomas Peyper, Chandler, Sill, Kim Jiwon and Nathan Ericson are in that. 1 fall to a finish, no disqualifications, no counter, just a pinfall submission inside the ring, outside the arena. From Cologne, Germany all the way to Perth, Australia or Rio, Brazil, anywhere it counts, as long as the referee is there and the camera to display it. Chandler Sill with the first cut of the matchup. The odd one out here is Nathan Ericson, qualified for Jump of Faith for that ladder match. He also got the tag team title opportunities by Jim Justice Stone with Richard Everett against the Rebellion for Jump of Faith, and chose to go for that instead of the Jump of Faith qualifier. And therefore next week we'll have a second chance battle royal with, tough said, the losers of those qualifiers. But Ericson in his match tonight, he could win that as well, and he'd be on his way. Let's take a look at the standings where everybody's at. Kim Jiwon in 16th, Chandler still in 18th, Thomas Peyper in 9th, and Nathan Ericson in 7th on the order of merit. Peyper and Ericson both 2 victories here, so they might be the favourites in this one. But look at Ericson, lovely moonsault. And Jiwon is trying to punch the phase in of Chandler Sill to avoid recognising himself in the morning. And Jiwon just flips over like it's nutted. Ericson now at the cover, and Jiwon breaks it up in time. 2 count. And there's the lovely chaos we want to see and display. That's the way you want it. And that's the way it should be. Oh, Chandler Sill, face first now. That could provide no possible victory, but look at the Ericson on Jiwon on the outside. Gotta keep your eyes focused on that, because you know it might get down to the nitty gritty. Chandler Sill now. Try to go for the power bomb. The Peyper gets out. Ericson now at the cover. Referee slides out. Started the count. 2 and 3. Nathan Ericson wins this fatal 4-way match. Peyper too late. 3rd victory for Nathan Ericson. Of course, still that ongoing story of Richard Everett now for the tag team titles against the Rebellion and Jump of Faith. Possible love story going on there. We still have to figure out, did Nathan Ericson answer yes or no? Did he go out on a date with Richard Everett? We don't know. What we do know is that Nathan Ericson has won this matchup. Wonderful story there. And that's all you need to know. And we move on because we're not done yet. And we move on as always because we're going to meet the man from Athens, Greece, formerly known as Justin Gates, now known as Gannicus Aurelius. don't mess with a man with a sword. Don't even go and try to go there. But he's not really dangerous because he's had 4 matches, 4 losses, ranked number 23 and last. So he wants desperately to get that first victory over here tonight, because this is a Champ of Faith qualifying match and it's for 1-4. All these new people ain't coming in this season. They've been providing their work and worth, whether it's win, loss or draw. They all give it all out every single time they step into this ring. And that's why we've been providing, because we have been going to Cologne, Germany, of course, this week. And it's only going to get crazier as the weeks go and where we are going, because we're going to go new places every week. Mainly on the European continent, but sometimes stepping out of it. Last week, of course, we were in the Sport Palace in Antwerp, Belgium. Next week we'll be in Ahoy, Rotterdam, the Netherlands. And for Jump of Faith, we will unveil next week where we're headed. Live on FightNet 197. Gannicus Aurelius has got an opponent. And he's got a good one. Because you are going to meet the man from Wellington, New Zealand. Jason Ramirez. Currently residing in Miami, Florida. Former orphan, involved in gang activity, he says. But he's now trying to educate people by the work of the Lord, feeling the force of the Lord. And welcome everybody inside. Let's see what we're going to do with that. He did all kinds of sick things, but courtesy of the devil. And he's now praising the word of the Lord Jesus. I think he might be a great partner for Stompy Collins, who has been preaching the same. And I think practice what you preach is first. So that might be a good thing happening here. But we have all welcomed you here on RFPW tonight on 9th season running. And we thank you all for the support and the viewership across the world. Gannicus Aurelius and Jason Ramirez, they've got the same height, nearly the same reach. And that is going to be a painful set of abdomen in the morning for Jason Ramirez with such a back. Which was a bad drop for him at least, but for Gannicus Aurelius, it's lovely damage. Get it started straight away. Jason Ramirez, of course, 1 loss to the tally. But Gannicus Aurelius has had 4, and that is not a good sign. Want to up things, want to up the ante. And I think he can. There's no doubt in my mind that Gannicus Aurelius can get a good shot at a potential European Championship in the future. But it's just not his time, and that's for many people. You've got to be lucky in your timing, in your momentum. And look at Gannicus Aurelius. Might have got this in the bag. Goes for the cover of the matchup. 1, 2. No, 2 count. Needs to do a little more. Can never complain. Oh, watch it. I think we can all agree that there are some things that you can just not be too happy about. Don't overdo it. Don't go too much positive attitude, because that might overset you and get cocky. Oh goodness! What a kick! Looked to go towards your face, but looking by it, caught the hand. Just a last second protection. But now Gannicus Aurelius takes over just in the nick of time. And that is a headbutt Lovely slam. What a combination. Knocked out senseless. And Gannicus Aurelius finally gets the first matchup victory of this season. And that, I can tell you, was needed. Just for some positive vibes, you wanted to get that in. But what a combination of a headbutt and a slam. It finally works out for Gannicus Aurelius. That is some sheer power. What else is next? Well, you do know Gannicus Aurelius qualifies for the Jumbo Fave 6-man ladder match for the EU Championship contract match. And Jason Ramirez is going to go in next week in a second chance battle royal. We now move on because there's a tag team match coming up. And it features the tag team champions and the former tag team champions. Jeffrey Blight, Rick Black Curvis, Dutch Power Team waiting for their opponents. The team of Taylor James, the current RFPW Live champion, and Jack Torino, the Rebellion. They won his tag team titles off the Rainbow Lollipops at Crossroads. So don't despair, it's all going to be out there. And they've been on a roll because in no time the RFPW Live champion with his tag team partners have been collecting belts all across the UK. Let's see what happens here tonight on Fight Night 196. Taylor James starting off, formerly known as Taylor Essex. Look at that, a defeat by the former longest reigning EFA champion, the former, well, what hasn't he won? He could name so many accolades, but let's say Hall of Famer and World Champion of 2019. I think that will do. Black Curvis at the top rope. Torino tried to go for a move, but let it go. Body splash. And goes to the other side now. Wavering Taylor James up. Says, come on. Let's do this. Double axe handle right across the face. Trying to get the crowd up on their feet. Here in the Lanxess Arena in Cologne, Germany. Lovely stomp and hands. Tag made. Now the former 7-time EFA champion, the owner of the company, inside the ring. And no, 2.5. I thought that was a smart thing to do, but it had to go faster. Should it have worked out. But it's not the case. And Taylor James is one hell of a resistant man. Ooh, goodness. That's a clothesline right into the corner. That's going to be felt in the back area for the upcoming days. Might take an aspirin off of that. Tag made. Black Curve is now back in. And Jack Torino has been tagged in. Goes from the ropes. Lovely head scissors combination. Goes for the cover. And that's a 2 count. It's not enough yet. And Jack Torino. I think I've never seen somebody come up from anything that could have easily knocked you out. But Jack Torino is. Lovely bulldog there. He landed really one there. Tag made, yeah, of course. Torino's always keeping his eyes out on what needs to be done next. He's like a chess player inside this ring. And now a lovely power bomb. Where do we go from here on out? Oh, smart move. Might have ducked a potential spear there. Dodge it really well. Now onto ground wrestling. Ooh, take it easy. Taylor, take it easy. Don't want to trample on Jack. Cover now. Torino trying to cover any potential danger that might come from Black Curvis. Trying to step into the ring, breaking up that count. But he's going to look for it, and that is a great form of armbar. Torquing the arm for even more damage. What more could you ask for? Crikey. I thought he was going for a sub up, but no, instead he kicks his head into the canvas. That might have been a potential lookout. And it is. Black Curvis lets it go. The tag team champions, the Rebellion, win another matchup against no easy opponents. So they've done well. Very, very well. This has been a phenomenal night in which it looked so difficult to get somewhere, but it made it oh so easy in the end. It's been a very enjoyable fight night, I must say. But we're not done yet. 2 matches left to go. And that main event still to come. But the Rebellion are your winner. And next up, Academy graduate Devony Jackee takes on a debutante and Ryo Haku. First up, rank number 5 from, you guessed it, Cologne, Germany. It's Devony Jackee. Rank number 5 in the order of merit. So far, 1 victory, 2 losses. She wants to get things up and running. She's coming in from the academy. She has great potential, just like Thomas Peyper on the men's end. The 2 academy graduates of last season up to this roster. And I think that Jackee still has to fully unlock her potential, but she's not had the most easy opponents. In Wolf, in Blight, which is saw it come to victory early here tonight. But now, debuting for RFPW from Kyoto, Japan, Ryo Haku. And she's very mysterious because I've not been given much information on her. But I always, since she was always different as a child, and her parents noticed how weirdly she would act, not like herself sometimes. And what else do we have? Dissociative identity disorder. But she knows that isn't true with that, with that diagnosis. But she isolated herself from her family, child from reality. Heavily involved with witchcraft, who's moved to the States to pursue her passion of pro wrestling. She has her evil side and a normal side, but she becomes whatever she feels like it, and has her own cult, Ryo's Commission, in which she hopes to bring people to her ways of witchcraft and life. I dig it. Let's hope everything remains the same, we all remain calm, and no witchcraft is happening here in RFPW. That against the hometown woman of Cologne, Germany, Devony Jackee. So it's double something on the line here tonight. Losing against a debutante and losing in your hometown. A double defeat you don't want to have. But Devony Jackee gets back up again. And a lovely sidewalk slam. And she's trying to fight for it, all that she's got. And she might have at it. Poor Ryo Haku just getting slammed into the canvas. She's going to be bruised and battered after this one is over. And that is a full takedown on the matting. No words needed. Devony and Jackee really ruling out the possibility of victory here. And there's a lovely drag drop out of nowhere. And another one. And the referee just like, okay. But she's not going for the cover. And does the referee cannot do anything. And there's a counter arm drag by Rio Haku. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly because Japanese names are very difficult. 2 for Rio Haku. Or Haku. Any one of those two. Or others. But Jackee is not done yet. You can see the sheer power difference. And look at that. Will Rio Haku have to tap out? Goodness. I hope she doesn't break her back. Because that would be an unfortunate start of her RFPW career. But it looks like she's out. Gasping for air. And that is enough to grant Devony and Jackee a win in her hometown of Cologne, Germany. That's going to set her happy. And I know what will set you happy. That we still have our main event to come right after this. That is the best things you can have. Devony and Jackee is your winner. And next week, as mentioned, we'll be in Ahoy, Rotterdam, the Netherlands. But next up, it's the main event of the evening. A no disqualification, non-title matchup. It's been weeks in the making following the dodging of this man, of the IFA champion. From Nottingham, England, ranked number 21 on the order merit, it's Dan Masters. And he's been dodging Edward Jackson for the last couple of weeks. First it was, I can't appear, I'm not here, I'm not in the neighbourhood, I'm not well. We've seen Edward Jackson defeat the returning Architect. Then it was Dan Masters trying to go for the IFA title once again. Failed against Jackson Oak to get that number 1 contendership. We have seen Edward Jackson calling Dan Masters out last week. Saying, okay, this is it. GM Justice Stone has rules. You have to show up. Non-title, no disqualification match. You're all mine here tonight. Don't show up. It's going to remain in some penalties, some severe consequences. Even by the general manager, Justice Stone. So we've got that going, and that is the main event of the evening. It has to end here tonight before we can finally move on. And next week in Ahoy, Rotterdam, Netherlands, we'll have the final 2 Jumbo Faith qualifiers, the second chance Jumbo Faith Battle Royale, and 3 number 1 contenders matches for the EU Women's and IFA title. And there's so much more. But let's meet the man ranked in number 4 in the order merit from Chicago, Illinois. He is the current reigning European RFPW IFA champion, Edward Jackson. 3 matches, 3 victories, still on the top of the list. Why? 4 out of 6 for Rig Light Curvers, 2 out of 4 multi-man matches for Jackson Note, including his European title reign, and SKC, the European champion, 4 matches, 4 victories. But if Edward Jackson wins, he closes in. Currently, the top 5 really close to one another. Heck, even the top 10 are still close. And it's a long season still left to go. So we're on the move here. And Edward Jackson, different jacket, different shirt here tonight. Different attitude. Who knows what will happen from there on out. Oh, look at that. Oh, wait a minute. Dan Masters already trying to play some mind games here. And there's a lovely neck breaker. Bang! Straight up, Edward Jackson, the EFED champion. He's a brawler. He knows what he has to do. Doing damage with his fist. Hangs Dan Masters upside down. Who escapes, but just takes over as easily as he started. Kick to the face now for Edward Jackson. No, not enough yet. Not enough yet. And now the knee strikes right across the chest, across the pec area, and that's where it's going to start bruising when it goes to the sternum. Again, his lovely form. Combination kick right across the side of the face, across the cheekbones and the jawline. And there we go! 450 splash. Just does it like no tomorrow. EFED champion absolutely trying to destroy Dan Masters here in this main event. But Masters now counting with a quick DDT. Cover now. 1. No, 1 count. And I think really you can get things going here. And Dan Masters now looking to apply a full-on stretch on the arm. Lovely. Could call it a little bit. Yeah, possibly. But Edward Jackson not giving in at all. And as with Dan Masters has to think about this. A no disqualification matchup. What could I do? Yes, of course. Get a kendo stick. Oh, goodness. Striking Edward Jackson here. But look at Edward Jackson just goes up like it's not a EFED champion. Throws Dan Masters over the top rope. Now slides out. And thinks, I've got something of my own here. And he does. It's a baseball bat. Across the face. Second time. Third time. Ooh. Strike back now. By Masters. All out war here in this main event. Settling the score. Shoulders hit. Oh my goodness, how many hits are we going to take? This might call for an ambulance, which are on standby. Don't get me wrong, the EMTs are standing by. How much more can Edward Jackson take? Oh goodness, isn't he completely off his rockers now? He's still standing, he's not even out. Masters going full on non-stop. Trying to put all the energy in of the insults scattered last week. But you don't have to forget Edward Jackson. Fed up with Masters not showing up for a potential rematch. And he didn't gain that either. But Jackson's still standing. That's a pride of a champion. That's a resilience you get. The self motivation, the self-promotion time you get in. Starting to believe you're untouchable. And it might be. Look at that. A brain buster. And that is it. That is so lovely to see. The EFED champion finally takes out Dan Masters. And that seals the deal. Next week we will be back, as I mentioned, 3 #1 contendership matches, 2 Judgment Faith qualifiers, the second chance battle royal, and so much more. In 2 weeks' time, the next pay-per-view coming to you. But now, Edward Jackson gets a chance to celebrate in the main event of Fighting at 196 here in Cologne, Germany. That's our show. Hashtag Fight Night at RFPW on Twitter, rfpwfed.weebly.com for all your information, and youtube.com/RFPW2014 for all those shows. Just like Edward Jackson, I'm thanking you across the world. Like, comment, follow, subscribe, donate. Give us a liver, a kidney, not your heart, because then you'll die. And we'll see each other next time. That was Fight Night. Thank you very much. Goodbye.